I'd like to share with you a story about why I am so passionate about protecting whales. And because the reason I'm alive today is because a whale spared my life. And that was back in 1975. I was with Greenpeace at the time. I was first officer on the Greenpeace voyage. And we'd come up with this idea to save the whales by putting ourselves between the whales and the harpoons. Robert Hunter and I found ourselves in a small little inflatable boat in front of a 150-foot steel harpoon vessel bearing down on us at full speed in very rough water. And in front of us were 8 magnificent sperm whales that were fleeing for their life, and they couldn't get away from them. And every time the harpooner tried to get a shot, I would maneuver the boat and block his aim. And this worked for about 25 minutes. And a few moments later, there's this incredible explosion, and this harpoon flew over our heads and slammed into the backside of one of the whales. Suddenly there was this scream. It hit one of the females in the pod, and she screamed. And suddenly the largest whale in that pod slapped the water with his tail and disappeared. And he swam right up underneath of us, and he threw himself out of the water straight at the harpooner on the Soviet vessel to defend his pod. And they were waiting for them. They knew he would do that, and they had an unattached harpoon thrown into the cannon real quick. And at point blank range, he pulled the trigger and hit that whale in the head with this explosive tipped harpoon. And that whale screamed and fell back into the water, thrashing about in incredible agony on the surface in his own blood. And as his head rose up out of the water and I looked into his eye, an eye the size of my fist, it was right there, I saw something that changed my life forever. I saw understanding. He understood what we were trying to do. And in all his pain, I could see his muscles move, and he pulled himself back. And instead of coming forward to fall on top of us, he pulled himself back and he began to slide back into the sea, and I saw his eye disappear beneath the surface. And he died. He could have killed us, and he chose not to do so. And so that made me personally indebted to that whale for the fact that I'm alive.